everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Arynne, and I am just doing a little project update. I have a few whips that I'm working on. I have a finished garment and just a few things that I've been up to. So it's August. I am getting married this year. I'm getting married in September, and in the midst of the summer and all of the busyness of just summer, things going on all the time, I've been wedding planning, and it's kind of crunch time, so I've got a lot on my plate, so my knitting is a little bit less so, but I've been doing my very best. I mentioned in a few, or in a video at least, I started a knitting club in my area, and it's been meeting every other Tuesday. We meet out at different parks, and it's been so wonderful to just like have a community of people that all get together and work on their projects. It's not just knitting, it's knitting and crochet and different fiber arts. So that's been wonderful. I am working on starting up a yarn store in my area as well, because we really don't have that many options, and I feel like just this fiber arts club has shown me that fiber artists are just really craving some sort of community. And so I'm working on that, which is another thing added on my plate, but it is fun and creative and exciting, and I am really looking forward to seeing what happens with that. Let's start with my finished garment, because that's the most exciting one. You might see it peeking here in the corner, but I finished my Northern Augustins No. 7. Look at this. Gorgeous. I finally finished it. In the last video with Kim, I was working on the sleeve, and it took like a week. I was like, I really need to finish it this week. I just like wanted to finish another project. I feel like I've been kind of behind, and mostly because I got yarn when I went on a little trip by myself. I got yarn that I was very excited to start a new project, and I'm trying my very best to finish another old project before I cast on a new one. So right now I think I have, since I finished this one, I cast on 2 sweaters. So I have a total of three projects on my needles. I still have the Maggie cardigan, which I kind of have set aside because the orange yarn sheds a lot and it gets everywhere, and it's just one of those things that I just haven't wanted to work on right now. But I would like to finish that before Rhinebeck. I do have that as a goal. So I have that, and then the other 2 whips, which I will share in a moment. But this sweater, I was so excited to finish. I really enjoy this pattern. I mentioned that a few times. It's just so easy to follow, and it results in something that looks so intricate and detailed and complicated, but I felt like this was just such a quick project. I mean, I know it took me a long time, but that's just a result of time to knit, not technical challenges, just time challenges. I really love that this stripe, this is like the end of the yoke, and then you separate for sleeves so that it kind of meets just at the crease of the arm. It's just makes the continuation of the pattern just really satisfying. I'll put it on so you can see what it looks like, because I have one issue which I've been hearing is an issue with everybody, and it is the neck. But I think I'll show you. So it doesn't look so bad on here now. And I think this, I haven't worn it since blocking, so I think that things may change as I wear it, maybe. It is like an oversized fit. I think also maybe I use Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. And I think that maybe the yarn, if it was like a drapier yarn, I could see this being like a really nice kind of droopier neck. But I think that the way that this sits is weird. On Kim's sweater that she shared, she did a different neck entirely. I followed the pattern. She likes a smaller neck hole, so she just chose to do it the way that she prefers. And I kind of wish that I did that. Let's see. See, I think it would look really cute, like kind of pulled out a little like this with like a turtleneck underneath. And I think that like the intention was to have like a nice big kind of like cowl-y neck. Like it just kind of, I don't know. Kim suggested maybe blocking it so that the back is a little higher and the neck, the front sits a little lower. I think that might help a little bit, but yeah, it's I think if you look at all of the Augustins patterns, she tends to do things that are like very cozy, like close to the neck, big wide sleeves, oversized fit, and I feel like there was intention behind it being this way. I think it's just that particular yarns aren't successful in that, like in it laying nicely. But overall, I do love this sweater pattern a lot. I think I may take apart the neck, and I might even do a size down of needle, maybe tighten it up a little bit, and I'm not entirely sure. But I do really love the sweater overall. I love the sleeves, like I love a straight, wider sleeve. Even blocking, the sleeve pre-blocking was way like up here. I was like a little nervous because I had to crop them this short because of running out of yarn. I have just like small, tiny little skeins left after finishing this. I wouldn't have had enough to do another chart section, but I'm really happy with that I didn't, because like after blocking, they sit really nicely. Same thing with the body. It's just about at my waist. I am really happy with this overall. It just looks so pretty. These colors are my favorite, and I'm so happy that it's done. So this is Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, as I mentioned. This color is Wood Smoke, and then the green is Yellowstone. Let's see. Yeah, it's so mossy and beautiful, and I love it, and I'm so happy. So that is that. You'll also see, I'll show you the inside. Wow, look at how fun. There's so many floats. I love Brooklyn Tweed Shelter so much. I think it's just so airy and squishy. Like this looks like it would be really heavy and hot, but it's really comfortable, and I'm looking forward to wearing it once it gets a little cooler. So one finished garment. a finely finished garment. And one of my whips is not very far, but still better than nothing. I'm using a Lion brand fisherman's wool, and I have cast on a Marseille sweater. So I have 2 sweater quantities of this fisherman's wool. This one obviously, it's kind of like a heathery brown, and then I have another one that's like more of a chocolate, like a little bit darker, more red brown. And my hope is to make coordinating sweaters for me and my mom. So one will be the heathered brown with the chocolatey dark brown stripes, and the other one will be chocolatey brown with the heathered brown stripes. So that I just cast on and got a little bit of the way through. I also, this is the project I was most excited to cast on. I went on a trip recently, just like I wanted a little staycation kind of trip. I took some time off of work and went to Rabbit Row yarn store in Corning. I had a wonderful time. And I had found a project in this color, or a yarn in this color, on Instagram that I was like, ooh, that color is very, very cool, and I want to find it. And I think it was Kelborn woolens, and it was a pistachio. I don't remember what kind of yarn, but the color was pistachio, and I really, really liked it a lot. And I took a screenshot of it, and then I went on this trip, and I said to myself that if I find a yarn, like I was hoping to find a yarn in this color. And I walked in the door, and this is almost exactly the same color. It's Sweetgrass Farms. It's a local wool company. This is Shetland, Merino, and Sari silk. So it's got flecks of color in it. It's really beautiful. And I picked it up. I was like, this is the color. So I picked up 4 skeins. I think they're bigger skeins. A 250 yard skeins, which is pretty good. I picked up a couple, and I thought I didn't know what I was gonna make. I thought about maybe a Marseille sweater or something, but I just loved it. And while I was also there, I found this color. There was a little bit of Brooklyn Tweed left there, and there was Dapple. I'm gonna grab it. This is the color I found there. So it's Dapple, it's merino and cotton blend. And this is the macaron color. It's beautiful. It's like this really kind of baby blue. It's really pretty. And I just couldn't get over these two together. I don't know. There was something about it. I had this like vision of making a sweater with these. So I got a couple of skeins of this. There wasn't that many left. This is 165 yards, but they're both DK. So I think I got 4 skeins of this, and I thought if I don't need it, like if I have more than I need for this project I was thinking of, I mean, I even thought maybe like an Olga sweater or something could be cute, but I decided to do instead, because this vision I could not get out of my head. I'm making the October sweater by Petite Knit. It's a raglan, like top-down raglan, and this is it. And my vision is to do the sweater all green, but with this baby blue neck hole. And then the ribbing on the sleeves and the end of the body, I'm also going to do with this blue. I thought about even some little stripes or something. I'm not entirely sure. I may do some stripes like right before the ribbing, do like one small, like maybe 2 rows of a blue stripe, then like another green stripe, and then the blue for the rest of the ribbing. I'm not entirely sure. I might test it on a sleeve or on the body or something and see if I like it. And if not, just rip it out. But Arrow's over here. He's playing with my yarn bag. So this is the colors up a little bit closer. Let's see if you can see. This green is so beautiful. There's like some little flecks of red and yellow. It's kind of got, I felt like these colors would go so well together because this green has kind of a silvery blue streak in it. And I think it's also just got a shine that like from the silk that I just find so beautiful, and I just like them together a lot. It's not everybody's taste. I mean, even John, my partner John, was like, I still don't know about those together, but he's not the one wearing it. So I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm really excited to see what it looks like. The October sweater does have like a little split hem too, so I think that'll be really cute. The only issue I am finding is that I feel like this neck hole is really big. Like I think it might work out okay, but I may end up taking this apart and doing a smaller needle size, because I think that like this cotton in particular, like doesn't have a stretch to it, but I think that it could go a little bit smaller and it would tighten it up a little bit. It would look a little bit cleaner. I don't know. I think I when I block it too, I feel like it might stretch out a little, and I don't want it to be like straight like that or sticking up at all. I want it to be like a nice, like tighter neckline. So I think I may rip that back and then redo it. Here's some more. It's like some like really pretty colors. Just there's even some red you can see sticking out there. It's just very cool. I was very excited to find that. I'm very excited to make this project. And so far it's going well. I love it. I think like, I just feel like I could see myself wearing this just with like a pair of jeans or something in the fall. And I love it, and that's all. That's the most important part. Other than that, have not been doing very much, only a lot. Working, wedding planning, yarn store planning, and Rhinebeck planning, and trying to think about what kinds of things I may end up getting, like what projects I want to work on. I don't know. We will see. I think that's all I have for today, but I'll share some videos of things I've been up to. I've been doing some canoe trips, a lot of time outside in nature, which I feel like I've been missing. Last summer especially, I feel like I didn't take advantage of spending time outside. So I'm doing a lot more of that this summer. And John and I often just sit on the porch. We either read or like we eat dinner on the porch, which has been really nice. We also learned how to play chess, which is really fun. We got a little travel chess set from his grandpa, and we've been practicing on that, and it's been fun just to have a little chess evening. But yeah, things have been busy, but good kind of busy. I hope all of your projects are going well for you. I hope that you are getting through whatever you're going through, whether that's good or bad. And I hope that you have a chance to get out in nature and find a little bit of peace or a little bit of joy or just a little bit of quiet, whatever you need. And I will see you next time. Bye.